We're at CCR. Interesting mix of perspectives from a lot of different vendors, people talking about new clinical treatments, clinical opportunities, exploring cosmetic regeneration, talking about the business of running a clinic. We're going to have a conversation with a bunch of clinic owners, talk to different suppliers, try and build a full view of industry perspectives. Really exciting to be here.
We have 15 specialties represented in the clinic. We have general practice, we've got cardiology, we've got weight management, we've got all kinds of things.
So I see clinical entrepreneur coaching. You've got this sort of CQC program. Both of those are the business of the clinic, not the clinic of the clinic.
Yes.
So so can you help me understand, is that a problem that you see? Do you find that your clinical partners that you work with are stronger on one side of the practice, maybe patient-facing, but not necessarily as practiced around the business itself?
With most people in the clinical field, sometimes our expertise lies on that clinical side. I speak to most people, their skill set doesn't always extend onto the business side. So this is a way of just supporting that whole process, just making it more easy rather than them trying to learn from scratch.
I hand you a check, £100,000. You're running a clinic, managing a clinic. Where do you spend that money? Software, headcount, new treatments, infrastructure.
Yeah, I'll probably say that equipment is probably key. In terms of new treatments, some of them come and go. I think particularly not just the latest fad. I would say that those are more aspects of any business.
Got it. So infrastructure?
I think marketing will be a good place to spend that. Do I think we need £100,000 in marketing? Maybe not, but I think that's a good place to spend that money, or at least part of it, to really showcase what we've got so that people are aware of us and then they can utilize the skills and experience that we can bring to them.
You're talking to the clinic owner business solution.
Yes.
This is something about running a more efficient, profitable, cash flow healthy business, which is different than some of the folks that are here having clinical conversations. Help me understand the business of running a clinic. Owners need to bear in mind, why should they come talk to you?
We are here purely as an enabler for both the sales guys selling the devices, but the clinic's buying. We offer a solution, so it could be a cash flow issue. It just enables them to get those devices into their clinics to enable them to then grow and earn more on a larger scale, really.
If I'm a clinic owner and I'm thinking, okay, I need to expand my product catalog, my service catalog.
Yeah.
I want to bring in new treatments. I don't have the cash flow to finance a $150K device. I'm going to come here, have a conversation, and I'm going to buy through you that device, pay it down over 3, 4, 5 years. And I guess if you think about your role in the ecosystem, it feels like it's enabling that relationship.
We close that gap, I think, sometimes where they get the growth that they want. This will enable their cost per hour, cost per treatment to increase. We also then enable the sales guys who are actually selling the devices to sell more. And we're purely there as a solution. But we always say you'll never lose a deal by offering a finance option, but how many can you gain? So that's where our strength is.
You're using the word sales. And I think one of the things that's very funny is that in healthcare, everyone's a bit scared of the word sales. How do we move people past that? At an industry level, how do you take people away from the selling? That's about understanding, consulting, discovering. But how do you have that conversation with either your clinic owners or your equipment manufacturers?
I think it's really important to understand that we all have a place. Everyone has a place, and normally there is a financial gain to everybody's contact. And I don't think we should ever shy away from it. You should always be open, especially healthcare professionals, being open and transparent is how they are going to have close more opportunities, whether that be on a client basis with suppliers, whatever that may look like.
I know at the end of the day, I do want to own my own practice. Don't know where, but I just feel as of right now, the most important thing to do is probably just upskill.
So you're speaking to clinic owners here. They're walking around, they're asking you questions. What is on top of the agenda in terms of being a clinic owner? Where are they most concerned as it relates to insurance?
They want to know what things they need to have in place. For example, consent forms, what part they play in the event of a claim. So it is obviously to prove the fact that the patient has consented to that procedure. That's the hot topic of the day.
It's a fantastic event for us. We've had some really good conversations with clinics.
If you're a clinic owner right now and you're chatting to clinic owners, what should they be thinking about in terms of building that business, growing their business? What does that conversation sound like in terms of what you guys do?
Yeah, so Zanotti is actually all about boosting their growth. We're very much focused on boosting revenue while enhancing the client experience. We don't want to take away the human touch because that's so important. With Zanotti, we have over 20 growth features that support that. But actually here today, we're promoting the AI receptionist. So that's a prime example. It's never miss a call again. You've got 24/7 receptionist. but that actually frees up your own receptionist and your own team to do other things.
Where we empower our practitioners to recommend medical grade skincare, and then we'll ship it out for them. So we're just launching Get Harley Pro, and it talks to, we now have a secure chat within the platform. They're able to dictate their skincare plans, and then they automatically send out to the patient, and then we'll ship their skincare in a box.
Really nice.
Yeah, thank you. And we're not a skincare brand. We stock all of the different skincare brands. So we're the intermediary.
Got it. So platform.
Yes.
If I'm a clinic owner, dermatology, medical aesthetics,
Yes.
sort of world,
Yes.
why do we? Obviously, I can prescribe.
Yes, exactly. So we have a patient concierge arm of the business. So we help liaise with the patient if they have questions, but then also once the patient's finished their skincare, we will then ping them for a reminder in 3 months. So we'll say, hey, you ran out of your moisturizer, whatever it may be. It's time to replenish, and then they then repurchase. So it's like passive income for the doctors. So yeah, we work with like derms, all aesthetic doctors, but then also facialists and therapists as well.
Got it. So if I'm a clinic owner or a clinic manager, I don't know who you usually speak to, maybe a bit of both. Either one, fine. What's my big pull here? This is to make my day-to-day operations a bit easier, better service. But what draws me into this thing?
Exactly, it's time saver, right? So instead of stocking products in clinic that takes overhead, admin, countless hours, always like checking, like it's just so much time that they don't have. They're time poor, right? So then with Get Harley, it takes 2 minutes to get them their skincare plan. So it's a time saver, but then also passive income for them based on the replenishments that the patients will do.
So tell us a bit about yourself and Patient Perfect.
My name is Corinne. I'm the founder of Patient Perfect. I founded it on the back of 2 different experiences. One was investing in aesthetics clinics and seeing what they did well, what they weren't doing so well. And one of the things that really stood out to me was they were spending huge amounts of money on acquiring new clients and then missing the obvious opportunities to deepen client loyalty and particularly cross-sell and upsell. I saw that from the investor angle. And then as a client, I was also frustrated that the digital experience as a client of an aesthetics clinic was really poor. And that doesn't make sense because it's luxury spend. Why is it a worse digital experience than doing my groceries? So I built Patient Perfect to help make clinic owners' lives easier and help them make more money and delight their clients with a better digital experience.
I love it. So if I'm a clinic owner right now, what should I be thinking about as it relates to Patient Perfect, but also just running my business? What are the key pieces for me?
Most of your clients are interested in long-term programs of care. They are interested in regular treatment programs, 3 Botox a year, 3 polynucleotides a year, 1 laser a year, and they want that to be made easy for them. They don't want to have to think about it. They just want to lock it in and know it's happening. So make it easy for them. So that means membership plans, monthly payments, financing if they need it. Just lock it in as a membership plan. That's one thing you should be thinking about. The other is deepening client loyalty through rewards and remembering this is a very competitive environment. This booming success of this sector means lots of people are entering it. You need to be constantly fighting for your clients' loyalty and make them feel special and valued.
Can you give us an example of a huge win? So a clinic came to you, they had a problem, they started using your product. What's their new reality now that they're hooked on, enjoying the outcomes? What does that look like?
We had a clinic who had invested in several big devices, were spending a huge amount on meta ads and acquiring new clients, and were stuck. Revenue was not growing, and they were not fully paying off all these device leases. We got them going. We got them onto close to £10,000 a month recurring revenue through memberships on these devices. And we also saw that in general, the app users were spending 8 to 10% more once on the app than not on the app for this specific client. Now, we worked very closely with this client because it was a case study. But yeah, memberships can be an incredibly powerful tool if deployed.
So it's interesting. So we're in medical aesthetics. How much do you think the things you've just touched on, relationship with the patient, engagement, long-term engagement, does that carry across to dentistry, pediatrics, GP, orthopedic surgery? Where do the lines exist for patient relationship?
There's probably a difference between the cases which are longer-term care. So dental, for example, we have dental clients. It's a long-term relationship. It's a maintenance relationship. You need several things a year to maintain your oral health. GP also, it's a more holistic and complicated relationship. It's a long-term relationship. Orthopedic surgery is an interesting one where it might be a one-off, But we actually have a couple of orthopedic clients where they are supporting their clients with longer term programs of care with regenerative medicine, PRP, joint injections, that kind of thing. And I have a hypothesis, a lot of medicine will go this way, both preventative maintenance plans and post-surgical maintenance plans. And therefore the relationship isn't just you have this interaction with this surgeon once in your life and you never see them again. It is actually a longer term relationship.